Hi, I'm Bree and welcome back to my channel. My intro is so boring. I need to make a different intro. Alright, a little while back I ordered from LEX Studio and I got a watercolor workbook. You might have seen these all over the internet. I think they were pretty popular a while back. I'm not sure if they still are, but it's a watercolor workbook and basically it just shows you it gives you a sketch and you have to paint it in, and it shows you the steps on how to paint it in. And I think it's super cute. I think the idea is really cute and the drawings are adorable. And so I thought it would be kind of fun to try out and just to see if it's worth it. So this was $24. I ordered it directly off of her website. I will link that all in the description box. But I also ordered a couple things off of her website. I ordered this cute little notepad, and I also ordered a little scripture print. You probably can't see it. No, my shelf is gonna be blocking it. Maybe I will insert a picture of it here, but it's basically, it was huge. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry about that. It's of the cutest little deer, and it has, I love the verse that she put on it too. So maybe I'll insert a picture. Anyway, this video is about the watercolor workbook. So let's just honestly get straight into it. I'm going to be using my own watercolor supplies. She does sell watercolor supplies on her website, but I already had some, and honestly, I just am not gonna buy more. So let's just get straight into it. Welcome to my desk. So I have the watercolor workbook here. I picked the seaside one, but she does have multiple different designs of this. So many different versions. I think there's animals and garden. There's a lot of them, but this is the one that I thought looked super cute, and these designs just look adorable and perfect for summer. This is my watercolor set. It's just from Amazon. Probably not the best quality, but honestly, it works. I have some paintbrushes and things, water over here too, but let's just start with the workbook. So there's all of this too. You can pause and read this if you want to, but honestly, I think I've already read this and I'm just gonna move on, and I really just want to jump straight into it. So okay, so this was, I can't remember if I mentioned this, but this was $24, and there are 10 designs to paint. I take that back, I think there's 12. I think I'm just gonna go as the first design because, honestly, yeah, let's just go for it. So this is the color palette, and these are the instructions. And then on this page, there's just a sketch. First impressions is this paper is very smooth. This isn't a typical watercolor paper when I think of watercolor paper. This is like a thick cardstock or something. It's nice paper, but it's very smooth, and usually with watercolor you use a slightly textured paper, but I don't know. Also, I would like to point out that I am not the best at watercolor. I am very new to this. If you have been following me on shorts, I have been learning watercolor this summer, and I am not the best at it by any means. I am no expert. I'm still very new to it, so my opinion is just based on my very little knowledge of watercolor, and just take it with a grain of salt, honestly. So just don't take anything that I say too seriously because I'm very new to this. All right, we're starting with the navy blue. And I need that kind of a lighter brown. Maybe I'll just make that one lighter, honestly. Okay, so let's start with this, and I am going to test out that color because a lot of times it's not quite the color that I want. Okay, so that's a little dark, honestly. I think I want it a little bit lighter than that. I think that'll be good. We'll try this. First strokes. It's really easy. I mean, basically you're just filling in the color. I think this is probably going to be a good way to learn watercolor, but it's probably not something that you're gonna keep up with as you go about your watercolor journey, because honestly, $24 for 12 sketches is really expensive, and it's really just, you're basically just paying money for the sketches, I feel like. Okay, that color wasn't really the same, It could use like a little bit of gray, honestly, maybe. Like, I think that might help it just be a little bit more muted. I think that'll help. Yeah, I'm gonna put some gray over top of it, which obviously was not in the instructions, but my blue was a lot brighter than hers, and I like the more muted look. So I'm gonna go with some gray over top. Okay. So, you know, that was not perfect, but it's fine. All right, there's the first part, and I'm liking this. It's kind of, I will say, there is something that's kind of fun about just painting and not have to worry about what you're painting. Like, the sketch is already there. You're basically just filling in the color. And it's very, like, therapeutic in a way. I don't know. I kind of like that. And then paint mast and broom brown. Okay, I'm not up on the sailboat terminology, so I'm gonna guess that that's this and this. Okay, so I know she said let dry on that other part, but who has time for that? No, I'm kidding. You should let it dry, but honestly, I could get out my hairdryer, but I'm just gonna be careful not to touch it, and it will dry fast. Please tell me it wasn't in 0.5 this whole time. Okay. So honestly, I'm pretty much done with this. I think it's good. I think this is the best I'm gonna get it. And I do like it. I don't love it. I think hers is definitely better, but I do like it. I think it looks nice, and it was kind of fun to just paint in the lines without worrying about what I was painting and worry about messing up, because it's just basically coloring at this point. Like, the lines are there, you're just putting in the color, and it's like a coloring page, which I think is fun. I like that. I mean, this isn't something that I think I would do a ton. Like, I don't think I would buy another book, because this is $24 for just 12 paintings, which, I don't know. I mean, I think it's worth it because it's her designs, it's her art, and it does tell you what to do. It gives you instructions, which I like. I think it's cute, and the sketches are really adorable, honestly. Personally, I am fine sketching my own art. Like, I can draw in some sense, so I'm fine sketching my art. But I could see how if you just want to learn watercolor, but you're not really very good at drawing and you don't want to draw all these things, then I could see how this could be a really good option for you. And I mean, with watercolor, a lot of times I don't sketch things out too, but honestly, it just depends. It just depends. And this is a really cute book, and there are some really cute designs in here. All right, let's do one more since I have a lot of time still, and that didn't take very long. The seagull's so cute. Ooh, maybe we'll do the lighthouse. Okay, I think I want to do the lighthouse. This one looks super cute. Hi there. So I thought I would do a voiceover for this second one, just for something a little different. And also, I didn't really talk that much when I was filming this, so I thought we would try a voiceover today. Okay, I started with a very light gray for the base of the lighthouse. To be honest, this painting did not turn out as well as the first one. I will tell you right now, it did not turn out the best. Honestly, I'm not in love with it, but I think I just made a lot of mistakes, and I'm very new to this whole watercolor thing, so it was just a lot. Yeah, I did the black, and I tried adding a little bit of shading, but honestly, I did mess up kind of a lot, so it didn't really go the best. I also feel like this one was more detailed than the sailboat was, but I don't know. My skills just don't go very far when it comes to watercolor. That's why I do like this book, because it does help you learn, and it helps you get better at watercolor so that you can then eventually do it on your own. Yeah, so for this roof, oh my gosh, I do not like that color. It was such a weird brown color that I chose, and I don't know, it was odd. And the shading under the roof, I just struggled so much with. And then this happened. Oh, stop. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No. Yeah, so that was so much fun. I tried dabbing it up with the water and another brush, but honestly, it just didn't really work that well. I did think about painting something over that and kind of like incorporate the drips into the drawing, but I don't know. I just didn't do that. Yeah, so I just moved on and decided to ignore it. Back to the house. The detail on the house I struggled so much with. As you can see, I kind of like erased it there at the bottom and I tried it again and it just was not looking good. The details were just getting all sloppy and mushed together. I don't know, I think my brush might have been a little bit big. I probably should have used a smaller brush, so I did end up switching to a smaller brush. Yeah, it just wasn't really working out for me, but honestly, it did turn out, you know, kind of cute, but I feel like if I were to try it again, it would definitely turn out better. I feel like I would know what not to do, and I think it would be better. But this is the final look, and I don't completely hate it, but the drips are throwing it off, but you know, it's fine. And then here's how the sailboat looks. I do think the sailboat looks better. I personally just like it better, but honestly, I don't think either of them are horrible, but I think I could do better if I tried it again for a second time. Okay, I'm done with my two paintings, and I do not love the way they turned out, but that's not the sketch, that's not the book's problem, that's my problem. So that's completely on me. I do not blame the book at all, but I think it is a very good book. I think that the designs are super cute, and I like the fact that the sketch is there. I think it's a really cool idea that I don't think I've really seen anywhere else. I think this is an original idea, which I do like, and honestly, if it's worth it, I think that's up to you to decide. Me personally, I think it is worth it because as a beginner, it does kind of help a little bit, take a little bit of the pressure off because you don't have to decide what you're gonna paint. That's already there. You just have to fill in the color. And it does help build your skills a little bit. And I don't personally love the two drawings that I did, or paintings I did, but I think maybe the next few, if I could put a little bit more time into them and a little bit more thought, I think I could do them better because I've already learned a lot out of these. And I do think it's just a really cute book. And I will continue to work in this, and I will continue to finish all of them. I do plan on finishing all these paintings, but honestly, once I'm done with this book, I don't think I will be buying another one, just because I don't think it's necessary to buy more than one. I think once you do one, I get the gist of it now. You know, like, I know what it is, and it's fun to do, and it's a relaxing thing to do, like in the evening at the end of a day or something. But I don't think I will be buying another one. But that's not because I dislike it, because I do like it. But anyway, that is all I have for you today. I hope that this video inspired you in some way and that maybe now you will go out and buy your own watercolor workbook. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Remember that Jesus loves you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.